Hi there, I'm Rachel and welcome to my channel Yarn Over It with Arthritis. I'm going to show you how to make a Grinch Christmas bauble. You'll need a polystyrene ball. I'm using a 3mm hook and also a stitch marker, and you'll also need some safety eyes as well. We'll start off making a slip knot and chain 4, then slip stitch into the first chain to make a magic circle, then increase into each stitch. The start of every magic circle is a bit fiddly for my hands, so I might sometimes look like I'm struggling, but it's because of the little parts that are fiddly for my hands. Now place your stitch marker here and it'll give you a reference on where to start and end of each round. Now we'll start with increasing into the first stitch, so 2 single crochets into that first stitch, then work 1 single crochet and repeat around the circle. And next round we'll increase into the first stitch, so 2 single crochets into that first stitch, work 2 single crochets and repeat. Our next round will increase into the first stitch, so 2 single crochets into that first stitch, then single crochet 3 stitches and repeat. Our next round will increase into the first stitch, so 2 single crochets into the first stitch, single crochet 4 stitches and repeat. Our next round will increase into the first stitch, so 2 single crochets into the first stitch, single crochet 5 and repeat. Our next round will single crochet into every stitch. Now we're going to start the decrease row, so decrease into the first stitch and then single crochet 4 stitches and repeat. Single crochet into every stitch. This round will decrease into the first stitch, single crochet 3 stitches and repeat. Single crochet into every stitch. Now make another half exactly the same. Now we're going to make the 2 yellow eyes, so slip knot and chain 4, slip stitch into the first chain to make a magic circle, and then chain 3, The first chain 3 will be our first double crochet, and we'll work another 5 double crochets into the middle of the circle and fasten off. I've got 2 safety eyes and a safety nose. You can just use black yarn and sew them on if you don't have them. But place your nose in the middle, and then you're going to sew on the yellow pieces. Now you're going to place the safety eyes. With your darning needle and some black yarn, we'll sew on the mouth and the eyebrows. Now we can sew the two halves together. So with your darning needle and the green yarn, sew around the two halves. We're going to make the Grinch a pom-pom hat now, so chain 4 stitches and a second chain from the hook, single crochet 3 stitches, then chain 1 and turn. Now single crochet 3 stitches into the back loop, then chain 1 and turn, and we'll repeat this until the band measures 8 inches long. Now join the two ends together and single crochet 3 stitches. Now we'll chain 1 and we'll single crochet around the band. Slip stitch the white yarn on and single crochet into every stitch. Slip stitch your last stitch into the first stitch we did, then slip stitch the red yarn back on, and we're going to start our decreasing row. So decrease into the first stitch, then single crochet 3 stitches and repeat. slip stitch your last stitch into the first stitch, and then slip stitch the white yarn back on, and then we'll single crochet into every stitch. Then we'll slip stitch the last stitch again, and then slip stitch the red yarn on, and then we'll do another decrease row. So decrease into the first stitch, then single crochet 2 stitches and repeat. And we'll slip stitch the last stitch again, and slip stitch the white yarn on, and we'll single crochet into every stitch. We'll slip stitch the last stitch again, and then we'll slip stitch the red yarn on, and this is another decrease row. So decrease into the first stitch, single crochet 1 stitch and repeat. Slip stitch the last stitch again, and then slip stitch the white yarn, and we'll single crochet into every stitch. Then we just have a couple more rows to finish the hat. Then slip stitch the last stitch again, then add the red yarn back on, and this is our last decrease row. So decrease into every stitch and fasten off. If you still have a little gap in the top of the hat, just take your darning needle and stitch to close the top of it. Now we're going to make a really easy pom-pom for the top of the hat. So with the white yarn, just wind around 3 of your fingers several times. Then you're going to cut a long piece of thread and gently take off the wound yarn off your fingers, and you're going to tie that around the middle of the bunch of yarn and tie it tightly. Now with your scissors you're going to cut the ends of the yarn on both sides. Now trim your pom-pom to make it look pretty. Just give it a haircut to make it look like a beautiful pom-pom. With your darning needle you can then stitch the pom-pom to the top of the hat. Now with your darning needle you're going to sew the hat to the Grinch. Now attach the hanging yarn. So I'm just going to sew through the top underneath the pom-pom, and then take your darning needle off and tie a knot at the top of the yarn. And now we've finished our Grinch Bauble. Hope you liked the video, and to see how really easy it is to make, please subscribe and like for more crocheting videos. Have a great day, have a great week. Talk to you soon.